Everybody, welcome back to another episode of Society DFS Fantasy NFL Picks. I'm host Megaroar31. I apologize that we haven't had a couple videos out recently. I missed Monday night and most of baseball week. I don't know if it's allergies or sick over the weekend. Lost my voice, couldn't really talk, so rested up, good to go now. Busy weekend here. Got Thursday night football. Got three NASCAR races coming up. We got the end of the Major League Baseball season and into the postseason, and we got week 4 for NFL football. So things starting to come into focus for us, and the optimal cash core I think would be look much different if this was week 1. You got two teams here that are struggling to start the season, and it's a key division matchup, which is going to be almost 50% chance of rain too. So it's not going to be like a beautiful night in New York City for a football game by any means. It's going to be 73, so it's not going to be like freezing cold, but it's definitely going to be damp at some points. So, but I don't think it's going to be a complete washout. So I'm not too worried about like the kicking game or the passing game at all. So I think if this was week 1, the core would have definitely been like Lamb, Dak, and Daniel Jones, but Daniel Jones just hasn't really formed to the level that we thought. Yeah, he's come back from an injury, give him a couple weeks, maybe we'll get into a rhythm. It's starting to happen. It's just I don't think he has like the rushing upside again that he used to. But again, maybe it's still like the injury and hasn't had enough time to fully heal, and maybe all of a sudden like a switch will flip in some point during the season, and all of a sudden he'll just be like taking off and look more like Jaden Daniels than Matthew Stafford. So we'll see. Well, I mean, Stafford actually throws the ball decently, so um, Chad Pennington will go with that. Anyways, so like I think the core here, because the other factor here is I think Singletary is where you really need to go with the Giants piece of it, because Dallas has just been thrashed with running back play. So, and Singletary has been pretty strong and like not like a replacement to Barkley. I mean, definitely a downgrade. I know Barkley is like injured a lot and stuff, and but we look at like him with a better offensive line and better skill positions or players around him and a quarterback that's a run threat, and he's been like thriving in Philadelphia. I thought he was starting to get a little rusty and didn't have much left in the tank, but I stand corrected. Looks pretty solid this season. And Singletary definitely had his moments with the Bills, but he had like Moss and like a couple of guys in the backfield there, so it was like always a timeshare thing. And I think this is pretty much his team and his opportunity. And even though Jones can run and they do have some about a passing game, I think he's like one of the pieces of the offense is actually working early on, besides neighbors. So Lamb, I think, is going to be what I really like as captain, Dak and Singletary. If you want to go Jones in the optimal, I mean, I get it, but I think this is where I want to go. For fill-ins for cash, I think I like Ferguson. Like he has the second highest target share on Dallas now that he's back and healthy from his injury. Next to Lamb. And Neighbors obviously is an amazing play too, if you want to put that there. And then I like both kickers here. Kind of have to. Like 45 is like an average score. It's not like some of the ones where we saw was up in the 50s, and that's like last week's Thursday night football game where I think the total was like 38. So there should be some scoring. Both teams have kind of struggled with the red zone at times, so it could lead to um, kicking. I don't know why that just reset itself and got smaller. Go back to that. So uh so that's where like I'm looking for cash for GPP. I think you definitely want to go like more of a like a Giants offensive build. So Jones and Wando Robinson, which I know that his depth of target has not been anything super impressive, but just from previous seasons, like he can get down there and make a playmaker. So he's got 22% of the target share. It's the second to Neighbors, like 35. And I think he can definitely get down the field at some point. So if you go for GPP, I like them, and I like running it back with Cooks as a change of pace for um, Dallas. So if you wanted to go Tolbert there instead of Cooks, I'm fine with that. Or if you want to go to save a little bit more money and go like Turpin, I think that he has a decent breakout game at like a really cheap price. Then I'm fine with that too. I think the running backs for Dallas are definitely going to, again, that's like I just call it a mud puddle when it's just kind of and Donald should be the lead back, but Ezekiel is still hanging around there, and then you got Deuce Vaughn. I just feel it's too muddy to like make a commitment to in cash. GPP, if you get the right combination out there, then definitely can be favorable to you. I think both defenses are a GPP build there, but build it as a little story game strip. So if you're building that Dallas or Giants go out there and dominate, you're only going to probably have one player, possibly the kicker, on the other side. So build a strong offensive lineup, play the defense because they're stopping the other team, and that they're only scoring through like maybe the wide receiver getting catches, trying to come back, or as a run back, or the kicker as the guy that you um, want to take there. Contrarian, I think I would really want to go like Dallas rushing game, and the Dallas defense shuts them down. So I'd put Dowdle out there, and Dallas defense, I'd run it back with Neighbors. Like I said, you can also go with the kicker. So if you want to put Joseph in that one, and then you're gonna probably put Dak and Lamb in there and see who else fits salary wise, because it's gonna be like a Dallas onslaught. They're gonna control the game late in the third and fourth quarter if they're far ahead to run the clock out with Dottle running it, and the Dallas defense has shut down the Giants, and that's just how the game storyline goes. And if that's how the real game goes, then you've got the winning lineup, hopefully. For a cheap one, give me Tolbert as wide receiver. Turpin could fit there too. I just want to find somebody, Ferguson, someone to pair with Dak that's not Cooks or Lamb, and it's going to be contrarian, but it's going to be cheap, and that's going to open up to be able to get like all the other skill positions you want. I'd probably run it back with Jones and just hope that this is the game where the Dallas defense figures out how to shut down the run. Daniel Jones has to scramble, has some runs, make some passes, make some plays, and he's the Giants' answer that you want on the other side of that build. So for cheap punts, like I said, Turpin, you have Johnson, who is the Giants tight end that could be a sneaky, cheap play to put in builds too. Tracy is the backup running back to Singletary, so something happens to him, or if they're going for a change of pace, he's cheap to put in a change of pace. And then I said Deuce Vaughn is the third Dallas running back, so if Ezekiel and Dowdle aren't getting it done, or the Giants are for some reason blowing them out, then you might see Deuce Vaughn get some carries in garbage time to round things out. As for other ones like Jalen Brooks, it's like fifth wide receiver on Dallas. Maybe Schoonmaker, Ferguson. I mean, sometimes two tight end sets. Like, so those are like real fringe guys. Hyatt would be the only one I maybe consider too. Like, I liked his explosive potential when the Giants were down a ton of wide receivers last season, but he just really hasn't seemed to be getting much attention in the pass game this season so far. So I don't think I'm really going to look that way. I think you're sticking with neighbors Slayton, Wendell Robinson, and Johnson, which I don't even think I have Slayton up there. So he should be probably in the GPP Gordon. So I'd probably put him in the line. I'd probably put Dowdle Elliott like on the same now because Elliott's definitely lesser. I'd probably put Elliott down here with Tolbert and put like Slayton right here. So I'll do that before I post it in our Discord. But there's really not anybody else that I super think that could be like a game breaker, a real fringe play. And Bellinger's still lurking there at tight end. Like he was the primary guy last year, but Theo Johnson is definitely the guy this year. So um, there's another punt if you're 150 max, like maybe in a couple lineups. So, but I'd probably stick to the core plays here. So we got for you. If you have any questions, put them chat below. Hit me with 31 on Twitter/X. If you want more information off side DFS or to get into our Discord, there's a lot of things coming up this weekend. Only $6 a day. You can get in there and like these weekend days, we're doing NASCAR, we're doing soccer, we're doing MLB, we're doing WNBA. NFL, like so many different things going on. McKinley's got preseason hockey going on. So it's all coming at at once, and NBA will be back soon, probably within a month or so. So lots of things. So you can check out our pricing page. We're very affordable for the day individually for sports, or to have everything as low as $6 a day, $25 a week. Very, very affordable for you. So thanks for watching. Appreciate it. If these videos help us back, like, subscribe, share, and share with your friends. So I am going to get out here and post this video so you have a chance, hopefully late lunch break or before dinner, to make your lines, and hopefully it's a good game tonight. And stay tuned to the channel for MLB, for Charlie Soccer, for NASCAR this weekend, and the full NFL Week 4 breakdown I'll probably have for you Saturday night. So thanks for watching. Good luck in your contest. Hope this starts off amazing weekend for you, and I'll see you next time.